If you're on Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro right now, I need to tell you something your prescriber probably didn't. These medications are generally incredible and can be life-changing for many people, but only when used the right way. And most people aren't using them the right way. Not because they're doing anything wrong, but because nobody told them what the right way actually looks like. Hi, I'm Dr. Esther Shermadua. I'm a board-certified obesity medicine physician. And in this video, I'm going to give you the framework that most people on GLP-1s never receive, so that you can finally achieve healthy and sustainable weight loss once and for all. GLP-1 medications are being prescribed at an unprecedented rate right now. Millions of people are on semaglutide or tirzepatide, and the majority of them received a prescription, maybe a quick conversation, and very little else. No structured nutrition guidance, no exercise framework, no monitoring of body composition, no plan for what happens if things go wrong. The failure isn't individual, it's structural. Our healthcare system was not exactly built for chronic disease management or proactive preventative care. It was built for acute care. You come in sick, we fix you, you leave. Obesity doesn't work like that. Sustainable weight management doesn't work like that. And GLP medications absolutely do not work like that. So when people say these medications aren't working or that they're causing problems, I want to ask, what framework were they given when they started? Because the medication is not always the problem. The missing infrastructure around it almost always is. Let's talk about muscle loss, because this is everywhere right now, and I think it's being framed completely wrong. Yes, you can lose muscle mass on GLP-1 medications, but here's what people are not telling you. You lose muscle mass on a calorie-restricted diet too. You lose muscle mass with rapid weight loss from any cause. This is not a GLP-1 problem. This is a weight loss physiology problem. When your body is in a significant caloric deficit, however you got there, it will use muscle as fuel if there's no signal telling it to preserve that muscle. And that signal is strength training. That signal is adequate protein. That signal is losing weight at a sustainable pace. So the question is never, will I lose muscle on this medication? The question is, am I doing everything I need to do to preserve my muscle while I lose weight? And here's the piece that matters most, and almost nobody talks about this. The faster you lose weight, the greater your risk of losing muscle mass alongside it. GLP-1 medications are powerful when it comes to losing weight. They can drive rapid weight loss. And if you're losing weight very quickly without the right support, your muscle is at risk. Not because of the medication though, because of the speed and because of the absence of a framework. So what does the right framework actually look like? In my practice, it comes down to 3 pillars. And I want you to think of these not as optional add-ons, but as the actual treatment. The medication is one part of the treatment. These 3 things are the rest of it. Pillar 1, strength training with progressive overload. Your body only preserves muscle when it has a reason to, and that reason is mechanical load, resistance training that progressively challenges your muscles over time. If you are in a caloric deficit and not strength training, your body has no incentive to hold on to muscle. Muscle is metabolically expensive. Your brain is trying to be efficient. It will let go of muscle if you don't use it. Progressive overload means you're just not moving your body. You're systematically getting stronger over time. That signal to your body is critical. You don't need to be an athlete. You don't need a fancy gym, but you do need consistency, and you do need to be increasing the challenge over time. 2 sessions per week is the minimal recommended goal, but if you can get 3 strength training sessions in weekly, that is optimal. And some weeks may be better than others, and that's okay. Consistency. Pillar 2, nutrition, especially protein. One of the most common things I see in patients on GLP-1 medications is that their appetite drops so significantly that they stop eating enough protein. And protein is the raw material that your body needs to maintain and build muscle. When protein intake drops, muscle loss accelerates. It's that direct. So we monitor protein intake carefully. We adjust as appetite changes. We make sure that even when someone is eating less overall, they are still hitting their protein targets. This is not something most people figure out on their own. It requires guidance, and it requires someone checking in. Pillar 3, pacing and medical monitoring. This is the one the healthcare system most consistently fails to provide. You need someone watching your rate of weight loss. You need someone checking your body composition, not just your weight on a scale, but what that weight is made of. You need someone who will slow things down if you're losing too fast, adjust your dosing if needed, and course correct before problems develop. Because here's the reality: a slower, more monitored weight loss journey where you preserve your muscle is infinitely more valuable than a rapid one where you lose it. In my practice, I use an in-body scanner. This is a body composition scanner that tells us exactly how much fat versus muscle you're carrying, not just your weight, not just your BMI, which is honestly a terrible metric on its own. We're looking at your actual muscle mass, your fat mass, your visceral fat level. So when a patient comes back after 8 to 12 weeks on a GLP-1, I'm not asking how much weight did you lose, I'm asking what did you lose? Because if that scale went down 15 pounds, but 8 of it was muscle, that's not a win. We need to adjust, maybe slow the dose, maybe increase protein, maybe change the training. The scale going down is not a success by itself. Losing fat while preserving the muscle, that is a success. And I want to be completely clear about something. GLP-1 medications are excellent medications. For the right patient, used appropriately with the right support, they are generally life-changing. They reduce cardiovascular risk. They improve metabolic health. They help people achieve and maintain weight loss in a way that diet and exercise alone often cannot. They've given people their lives back and have allowed them to start showing up truly in life. I prescribe them, I believe in them, but I believe in them as part of a complete treatment model, not as a standalone prescription handed out without context. If you're on a GLP-1 right now and nobody has talked to you about strength training, protein, and your rate of weight loss, please bring this video to your next appointment. Have that conversation. You deserve more than a prescription. You deserve a plan. So, the bottom line, GLP-1s work. Muscle loss is a weight loss problem, not just a medication problem. And the framework, strength training, protein monitoring, pacing, is what separates a transformation from a temporary fix. If you need help with your weight loss journey, with or without GLP-1 medications, sign up for a consultation call with me today. I'd love to help you finally achieve the body and health you've been dreaming of. If you're on a GLP-1, let me know what your experience has been like. Did anyone go through this framework with you or a similar one? Drop your answers in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video was helpful, share it with someone who's on one of these medications and doesn't have a plan yet. That share might generally change their outcome. And be sure to subscribe for more physician-led content on metabolic health, obesity medicine, and what evidence-based weight loss actually looks like. That's it for now, and I'll see you next time.